All right, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I am whittling down this piece of Tallahatta quartzite, and I want to make a Pickwick point. Now, it started kind of cruddy. You had a lot of Cortex, and you got to get through some of the chalk and some of the other stuff. And some pieces, you know, were filled with just seams, where two sections came together. We got it down to this. I think we're starting to put, you know, everything in line. So let us begin. Turn this there. So what I want to do is take this edge and shoot across the bottom. So shoot across. Well, if I'm going to shoot across this face, there's a hinge here, and I want to get that hinge off first. So notice that that's going to peel that hinge off and make it easier to smooth right on over. And we can do it here, but that's just putting another unnecessary hinge. But honestly, no, let's go ahead and do what we planned. These boppers are from Richard White. We aren't affiliated financially, but I'm gonna be honest, I love his work and love his boppers. So if you're interested in spalling some big material or even thinning certain rocks, whether it be Keokuk, whatever it is, you know, this is a 2-inch billet of his. And it just glides right on over this Tallahatta. Now they say antler is best for Tallahatta. And I've heard that so often that it's probably true. Well, let me tell you something. When you're pulling off flakes like that, you know exactly what you're wanting, I'm gonna stick with this. And maybe one day I'll try out some small antler billets. Again, I referenced this in the last video, but there's some of those individuals who say, well, I bet he couldn't do it abo. Alrighty. Well, I just don't have abo tools. And abo tools can get up there in price. So. And again, when I have something working like this, I mean, I don't know, it's not usually my first thought of, okay, I need to go buy some more tools. It's, how can I improve the tools I already have? If that makes sense. Now, I do suggest that if you're in kind of a slump in your flint knapping journey, then you do need to try something different. What I mean by slump is that if you aren't getting any better and you've been doing it for a month or two or 3, then get a different bopper, you know, get a solid head, or a solid, completely solid, or get a solid head, or get just a lead-filled bopper. You know, try it out and do something different. Marshall's coming to say hello, apparently. He needs to watch out. I'm about to wallop this big old flake. May break in 2, but it'll be fine. Well, held together. Nice flake. Again, I'm going to be selling all this, and I actually have all this stuff down below me. So if you want flakes like that, just reach out to my email. I should have it linked in the description, I think. And I usually sell medium boxes for $65. The shipping alone cost me $20, or actually $19.50 at the post office, so I don't make much, but it's just a load of flakes. Fill the box up with flakes. So that's something that interests you, feel free to reach out. This is a good one. Across here. And preserve this platform, might need it later. Now this one's interesting for a number of reasons. Whew. And that was why, because I knew there was a lip on the other side, and if that overtook, which I hope that it didn't, that would have ruined a big portion of our edge. And catching these hinges always scares me. Not my abilities, but just how the stone will react. We were able to catch it here, but not quite over there. Some of these catches will just produce bigger hinges. Keeps going a little bit longer. That was good. Try to catch it here, maybe. All right. Some loud drivers today. There we go, we caught it finally. All right, so we need to work this side in. I'm seeing this as a good platform for a couple reasons. That was one of them there. Yeah, this bopper's just doing damage in a good way. Again, when we start getting thinner, that's when you're gonna have more hinges with this particular material, and that's why it's crucial to have good Tallahatta. If you don't have good Tallahatta, all I'll say is good luck. You can make some good points, but you're gonna be hurting. And I mean, literally your hands will be hurting like crazy. But you're gonna be hurting with the amount of hinges you have in your stone. Similar deal here. Need to catch this hinge. Caught it well. It's a good sign. Maybe shoot a few more off the base while we have opportunity. Again, I know some of you are scared when I do that, but you know, it's just after a while you just figure out the kind of support a particular stone needs. Marshall, with that. and practice. I mean, if you aren't working big pieces like this, then yeah, you'll never well, if you don't work the piece, you literally will never know how to support that big of a piece because you never worked it. But I don't know, the more practice you have with something, the better you get. How's that? That's a plain Jane answer, but it's true. There's you some hinges. Fresh ones too. That's why you gotta braid so heavy, is because you want to try to blister through these things. And that didn't work at all. And that platform's not low enough. Or it's too low rather. And now, if we don't catch it on this other side, we're gonna be in some hurt. But I suppose that we can. So let's find out together, huh? Set this up a little bit, get a little bit of at least isolation from one face. There we are. Need to hit high on this one. There we go. Sometimes that can cause a little seam there, but I was a little bit careful. I don't know how to explain that other than showing you, and I don't want to show you. There's a hinge. I don't want you to come away from this video thinking, man, Jake he just gets hinges and about every strike he does. He must not know how to flint knap. Well, I know how to flint knap, but it's just the nature of quartzite. All it is. This should be interesting. Flatten it out. Now we come over to this one. We gotta, unfortunately, try to catch that hinge. I say unfortunately because stuff like that can happen, and then it can cause even deeper hinges. I'll take that. This will be interesting. I knew it'd catch some. Okay, all right, we're doing good. I was curious what the material looked like under there. Marshall! Oh, there you are. I didn't know if he escaped on me or not. Good boy. Good job. I won't disown you just yet. I'm joking, by the way. Come on now. That's what I needed. This is going to be tricky for not to break. Come on now. There we are. Getting past this hump will be interesting here. We did it. Don't know how, but we did it. That's dangerous. Okay, not ideal, but had to do what we had to do. Okay. All right, about time to take the glove off. If it's getting this thin, it's I need to really feel what's going on. And I can already tell you that's going to be too much pressure on the tip. This even might be too much. No, it was all right. That was good. Need to do a braid more. Go here. That was good. It's all right, Marshall. It's all right. There we go. There we go. Marshall, hush. That's a sad noise. Sorry about that. You gotta blow your nose sometimes. All right. Okay. All right, back up, buddy. Back up. Yeah, there's nobody out there. Yeah, I'm already starting to see that this particular stone on this face is decent, but here, although it's a little bit prettier, it's a lot more prone to steps rather than that clean face there. So I just need to keep that into account. Not ideal there, but not terrible either. Trust me, I know we're getting a little thin on the tip, but there's this area that has to be got. I feel like if I don't get it soon, I'll have to unfortunately get it too late. I'd rather do it now. That was it. Now we caused a little bit of problem getting to that, but I hope we can accomplish. Yeah, there we go. That's just what I needed right there. Now, if we could have 100 more hits, you know, just like that are exactly how you want them and plan them, that would be fantastic. Now I'm just doing some convexity work so that I can come back over this edge and thin it out. Because right now I'm not at a great position to do that. That was good. Again, though, ooh, oh, it caught me there. Those big, clean swipes, that is what you want right there with Tallahatta. That's what you're going for. All right, got a hinge, but everything leading up to it's pretty sound. This face is looking all right. But this face is not where I want it. Usually the way I create convexity stems from the ends. So I get one end thin, and then as it gets thicker in the middle, I can just work my way towards the middle. And this will be thin, this will be thick, and I can just blow a big one off. But with a long piece like this, support is everything. Marshall, push. Be a little bit harder than you think initially. See, that didn't pull off perfect. That one definitely did. That was a big strike. We needed that one, and it went into a lot of chatter actually. I know you can't see it, but hope to catch that on the backside, but it's so thin I don't want to risk that right now. I would rather do this one next. Focus on the backside later. Yeah. See, that's a hinge. Now, some of it came off, and I'd hope to catch it from the other side. I don't know if we can, but we're just gonna have to hope that we can and move on. Now, these strikes won't do much. But they do something. Stretch my back a little bit. Okay. This is an important hit here. Not what we wanted, guys and gals. Not what we were looking for at all. What can we do in response to that? That's what I want to find out. That was a good response. This already feels super light and just like it's awaiting a big problem. And we're gonna have to get rid of some of the base because it's just not set up right symmetrically. What are we at, 28 minutes? All right, well, it's almost time to stop anyways. But I kind of want to leave it in a better spot than this. Will this run past the hinge? That's what I want to know. That did. But what about this? No, it just caused another hinge. Part of that's support, a part of that's the angle. Whoops. Kind of what I wanted, but kind of not. And ultimately, we're going to have to appeal to some basal strikes. Should be quite interesting. There we are. Okay, that's better. Looks better to me, at least. Let's see if we can't float that one across. Yeah, that's great. That was beautiful. Shoot this one back and across. This is a sandy pocket. Dadgummit. Sometimes. Looks so good too. Alright, here's a good example of coming from the base and then working my way in. See how that glided the base off right here? Thinned it out. So thin area, and then you're left with a ridge. So I'm gonna clean the ridge up a bit. Lower it a bit. And looky there. Run across the point. Catch a little bit of support there, which wasn't much. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do something about that eventually. But I think right now it's not too big of an issue. Just continue isolating and come here. I should have. That second hit, that's what got me. Crud. And it worked out, but Tallahatta is not to be played with, my friend. Just like that, like come on. Like that was good, but it needed a braiding even more. So this is a good place to stop, recollect my thoughts. That was nice. And hopefully be able to blow past all this like that. Just need to catch that next time when I come back, which will probably be the next day, I would think. Look at there. Clean it all up. Got the base really thin. Kind of glad I kept going. 'Cause I don't know, I would have been worrying about that all day. Tomorrow. And this can be brought in a bit. This just needs, anyways, yeah, we're gonna stop there. So we got us a nice piece incoming. And 35 minutes, it's not too bad. This is a, excuse me, this won't be this long when it finishes, but over 10.5-inch piece. So, cool beans, hope you enjoyed. And yeah, hopefully you'll see a part 3.